Hello everyone, welcome back to the American Abroad series. My name's Simudad and this is the new series of Euro Truck Simulator on my channel, where we are cruising this Ep2 389 through Europe and seeing how we get on. And yeah, we'll get into it. So we're picking up where we left off in Dijon in France. We're heading up to Metz, I believe, which is sort of towards northern France. And we have got a World of Trucks jobs today because it was the only one that was sort of going where I wanted it to go. Which is, as I said last time, we are heading up to Iceland is where that's where our first job is going to take us. Well, not first job, that's going to be our first test, because they've got some really terrible roads in Iceland. Not to mention they've also got some of the snow in the southern part of the northern part of the island. So we're just on our way to pick up the job here. So it's a World of Trucks jobs, it's Halloween treats for the Halloween event, which we have already completed. There's our trailer ready. So we'll get hooked up here. What it did occur to me last time when we were speccing out the truck, we actually didn't do anything on the internals. I think we ran out of money basically, so we will probably want to spend some money accessorizing the cab, because we want to make it our own. Got no CB or anything in here, so we will earn ourselves some cash money to do so. Forgot that we had the accurate parking on. Not accurate. What's it called? The realistic hookup. Where you've got to be dead accurate onto the ball with the fifth wheel. Right, let's do a quick back. I have also managed to. I spoke about it in the last episode. Because I used this truck on the convoy profile over on ATS, so I was having an issue because it's got an Ep2 fuller gearbox, where in ATS they don't have the Ep2 fuller gearbox set up so that you can select that. But so I did a bit of digging. It seems like it's not really possible to have the Ep2 fuller configured exactly the same way as it is in ATS. Because what you've got in ATS, you've got. So I use a H shifter. So if you imagine a 6-speed H shifter with the push down to get into reverse is what I've got. It's the Logitech one. So on the Ep2 fuller gearbox in ATS, what I've got is in what would be normally gear 1 on a normal 6-speed is the reverse, and then I've got the shifter with the switches on to change it. So then you've got reverse 1, reverse 2, and high-low of each of those. So in essence, 4 reverse gears, and then what would normally be gear 2 on a 6-speed. Those are your crawler gears. So when you've got a heavy load and you're trying to get up hills or whatever. So that's those 2 gears there. And then positions 2 through 6 on the gear, but on the gear is your actual main gears. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, high and low of each of those, and then 5 to 8 high and low of each of those. So in essence, 16 speed through sorry, let me reword that. So you've got in essence 16 gears through
Get ready.
the regular 3 through 6 positions on the gear stick. What was happening is I had it just in regular, which is a case of just going up through the gears. So you go up 1 through 6, and then you go up through the gears, and then when you get to 6, you flick the switch, you change that, and then whoa, buddy. Whoa, man! Idiot. So, yeah, that's our first crash of the series, I believe. I thought they were all stopping. This is obviously what they weren't doing. But yeah, so you change up. I was changing up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then flick the switch, go up through 7 to 12, then 13 to 18, being an 18 speed, which was incredibly shift heavy. So what I've managed to find out is, although you can't map an Eaton Fuller exactly the same as it is on on ATS, they do have I think it's a ZF16 gearbox configuration in the settings, so that you can then run. So what happens is he's going to want to come in now. Go on then. So what happens is then what would be your first gear on your normal H shifter is redundant. That does nothing. What is your second gear on a normal H shifter is now your reverse, and you've got 2 speeds of reverse. And then your 3 through 6 gears on a normal 6-speed box, and now your normal gears. And we've got the ability back now to do the high-low gears without having to do a million shifts. A million is somewhat dramatic, but it's much better than it was. So it's not exactly identical, but it's not, just being realistic, it's not that far removed that it's unworkable. Like the main bulk of the gears are as they are in ATS. It's just you lose those crawler gears, which, that's not the end of the world, being honest. Doesn't really matter too much. I can live with it. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the first episode. I am going to apologise. There was a sound issue. These sound issues are starting to really irritate me. So I thought I'd resolved the issues I was having with OBS, and it was fine for a couple of weeks, and then that reared its head again. So that the fix I thought I'd sort of sorted, which was changing the hertz rating down to 44.1, which is what some people had recommended, was obviously a temporary fix. The other fix that I was having issues with that, so I did a little bit of sort of digging around and found another solution using Voice Meter Banana. So I was setting that all up, just not exactly just prior to recording that. But I was doing that just prior to that recording, or at least in the day before, and I had to reset up all the mic filters and everything, and forgotten all the settings. So I'd set them to what I could remember, and I think I'd set the gate and release times too quickly, or one of them was too quick, one of them was too long. So what was happening is when I started speaking, it was opening the mic, and then it would close the mic down when I stopped speaking, but then it was taking a bit of time to reopen it again. So it gave that effect of me sort of coming in and out from the mic all the time. I had a couple of people message and leave comments, which I love that. Thank you for pointing that out. That it was sounding like I was sort of moving in and out from the mic. It just happened to be that. And then I remembered that, like a genius, not a genius per se, but like someone that's a little bit sensible, I had taken screenshots of my settings from the last time I was trying to sort it out. So I did the same thing last time. So the last time when I got them where I wanted them, I took screen grabs of the settings and saved those locally on my computer. So since recording that episode and this episode, I have rejigged all the mics, and tested and put out 2 other episodes and streamed. So this episode should sound better than the first one, so I do apologise for that. I just didn't have the available time to re-record that whole episode or even record voiceover for the episode that I'd done. So that's why that was, so I do apologise. I am aware that it's not up to my sort of usual standard, but it was just a case of time issues more than anything of being able to re-record it. So I think had I've had the time, I think in the edit I would have, because I did pick it up in the edit, but it was kind of like I wanted to get it started. I don't really have the time to record it again and re-edit, re-upload and all that stuff, so it was sadly just a case of it's just going to have to go up like it is, which is maybe the wrong attitude to have. Maybe I should have put it out, maybe should have pulled it and not put it out and put it off a week and re-recorded it when I had some time. But I made the decision to put it up anyway. This is all new to me. I'm not trying to make any excuses. Obviously, I'm new to content creation. I'm still very much finding my feet. So some of the decisions that I make might not be the best or the most ideal, which I do appreciate, and I'm sorry for that. But we'll crack on, and this should be back to normal from now. In other news, the American Truck Debt-Free Owner Operator series is going really well. I hope you're all enjoying that one as well. I do hope you're enjoying this series as well. I know this is only the second episode, but I hope you're enjoying the concept for this series. Driving through Europe with a big old American rig, long as they are, they're like, as we saw in the last episode, they're about at least 1.5 times as long as a normal cab over. It was a DAF, I think we'd compared it to.
Keep right, and then exit right.
So yeah, they're about at least half as long.
Exit right.
Sorry, at least 1.5 times as long. I don't know why it's told us to come off and go back on. Maybe a little clue there to not always follow the sat-nav. I assume that's to do with having selected all the smaller roads. Because yeah, that was the other thing that we spoke about. It's easy to drive this truck on a motorway like this. It's wide enough that it fits in the lanes and everything like that, so that's easy. But what I did was set the route advisor settings so that the routes that it picked were always the smaller roads, the more twisty, turny, windy roads, because we want it to be a challenge. It's going to be incredibly challenging when we do get up to Iceland, because I've been up there with a Scania T-cab on convoy with Scruffy, and it was a challenge enough with that. But we sort of worked out, and actually, out of anyone, it was Scruffy that had the collision, not me. Managed to tip his truck, which was quite funny because I was right behind him and he just went around a corner too too quick and, oh, let's go, and he was on his side. I'll just pay this toll. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. I have got Pro Mods installed, and apparently I'm reliably informed that there is a tunnel in Pro Mods from Calais to Dover. Like, I know there is anyway because you've got the Euro tunnel, but there's apparently an actual drivable tunnel in Pro Mods from Dover to Calais, or Calais to Dover, vice versa. So we'll be coming from the Calais side. You can actually drive the whole way through this tunnel and get to the other side. So we're going to try and find that. That'll be a challenge in itself, because I think I did watch a video semi-recently of how to find that. And it looked like it was quite tricky to get into the actual entrance for the tunnel. So we'll see if we can find that and see how we fare getting the truck in through there. Especially if we've got a load on. I don't know how we're going to do it with the load on, but we'll have a look. Apparently there are tunnels in Iceland as well, which we will try and find those. There's some secret roads in Iceland as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're currently heading north into northern France territory. We're going to head over then from, I think there's a job from, I looked ahead on the job marker. There's a job from where we're going to end up going to Dover, and there's one going to Hull as well, so we'll take one of those. That gets us into Britain. Excuse me, just suffering with some tonsillitis. So yeah, we're going to do that, end up in Britain. We're going to cruise up through Britain then, and we're going to head over to the Faroe Islands. And then our onward travel from the Faroe Islands is going to be Iceland. We'll spend a couple of episodes up in Iceland exploring and doing as much of the driving as we can in there, trying to keep with the Icelandic jobs. And then after that, we're going to head back over to the Faroe Islands. And from the Faroe Islands, we might do a job on the Faroe Islands because that's quite small anyway. And then we will head over from there into the Scandinavian region, so like Norway and Sweden and places like that. So we're just coming into Metz now. The destination delivery point is just there, so it was only a really short job just to get us in our general direction.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Yeah, on the content front, we are going to be making some changes over the coming week to our Buckland setup, so do keep an eye out on that. If you're in for the farming, we'll make some slight changes to how that's run.
Keep right, and then turn right.
And then I am hoping in the coming weeks to start streaming over on Twitch occasionally as well. Yeah, it's tired guy, so we are going to drop this and then we're going to have to try and find somewhere to sleep. It does look like there's a place around the corner, so we will just watch the trailer on the way around. Hopefully the park is not too difficult. I did set the parking to randomized, so sometimes it'll be easy, sometimes it'll be difficult, but it's already preset. And I don't get to select that when we pull up. It's already pre-selected, so let's see where we can go. So if we pull up over here, we should be able to get it back. See how we do, because I am notoriously bad at parking. Much to the delight of my comrades from the convoy. I did the other day on Sunday do a park job to rival the infamous 5-minute park job from the other episode. So I might clip that out, and that might make an appearance on SD News. Let's try this. Let's try and get her back forward a little bit. On the SD News front, I think I mentioned it last time. Although it's not a lot of work that goes into it per se, it does take an hour and a half or so to make the videos. So when I'm short on time, like I had this last week, I had a surprise family visit. So it does take at least priority out of the content that I make. What I am considering doing, if you would give me your, there we are in the green zone, your thoughts on that, is moving it to either a 2-weekly schedule or a monthly schedule, rather than it being an every week kind of schedule. Just so, you know, there's not as much pressure on to get it done every single week, and hopefully then it means that they'll be out regularly, because I like doing them because it's handy, and I like putting the little funny clips of crashes and shit parking jobs and stuff. But yeah, I don't want it to be, oh, we've got one this week, but the next 2 weeks we're not, because things. So I'm thinking about either shifting it to a 2-weekly schedule or a monthly schedule, like a past month kind of thing. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. But that is us. We have 159 miles delivered, 23 minutes taken, 57 gallons of fuel consumed. That was our 17th World of Trucks contract, which, as I said, I only did the World of Trucks one because it was the only one that going in the direction that I wanted. So yeah, that's going to be the thing, because it's more important that we're heading up north, back to the UK, and through our goal of getting to Iceland to do some jobs around there. So yeah, I do appreciate you all. If you enjoyed the episode, hit that thumbs up button, smash it, beat the hell out of it. If you enjoyed the content and you love trucking, check out the American Trucks Simulator series, the debt-free owner operator. There's a playlist for that. If you aren't subscribed, please do so already. It really helps the channel out. We are well on the road to 200 subscribers, which is absolutely flipping awesome. I love it. And if you want to drive for the VTC, there's a link in the description for SD Logistics, the most relaxed VTC around. But for now, guys, that is it for the end of the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.